Welcome to Coffee Break, a kickstart to your day. I'm so excited that you decided to spend your time with me today. Well, let me ask you a question. Are you on your way somewhere? Now, I'm not talking about on your way driving maybe into work or on your way to a meeting or on your way to pick up the kids, but are you on your way somewhere? Well, let me tell you, if you are on your way somewhere, then you are in transition. And definition of a transition is the process of changing from one state to the other. Okay, let's make this a little bit more personal. Maybe you're transitioning into a new career, or maybe you just transitioned into a new home, or perhaps you just transitioned your family across multiple states to pursue your dream. Well, friend, I'm here to tell you, I just did all three of those. I know, it's crazy, right? But I just had the biggest transition of my life. And I'll tell you, life's transitions can leave you with battle scars, but you do not have to be defeated. Now, did you hear me? You do not have to be defeated. Now, I did not escape the biggest transition of my life without having some scars. Yes, I came through it, and believe me, my family is in a better place, but we have some scars. But those scars are reminders of the process. There's no sense in going through all of this and not extracting whatever lessons that we need to learn from the process. Well, let me give you an analogy to make this a little clearer. If you're a mom, then maybe you can relate to this a little bit more than our guys, but I think you'll get the message. It's much like the miracle of childbirth. When that child is growing inside of the mom's belly, it's changing and the body is changing as well. So those changes in the body may be noticed by maybe a stretch mark that pops up over here, or maybe another one that pops up over there, or maybe it's those swollen feet after being up all day. Or I remember this one, the achy back that comes as that child gets larger and larger inside of you. Once that baby comes, a lot of those events that happen along the way are often forgotten, but it is always one little scar that remains behind. And maybe it's that one little stretch mark that reminds that mom of the process she went through. Well, transitions are much like that. They leave that one little scar as that memory. Well, I'm here to tell you, if you're going through a transition now, I want to share with you the lessons I learned from my scars. There are 3 lessons I learned. Number 1 is to make sure that along the way and you're in this transition that you focus yourself on the end state. Now, what I mean by that is there are times that become very low along the way. You kind of lose your way and you get discouraged. But if you focus on the end state and have faith in where you're headed, it makes that transition much easier. So I'd say ask yourself a few questions. Number 1, what does the end state look like? What do I look like? What do I hear or think, or what am I feeling when I'm in that end state? Answering those questions actually give you energy so that when you're going through the low points, you can draw on that energy to keep yourself focused and pushing forward ahead. Number 2, remove yourself from the naysayers. Now, I don't mean just surround yourself around people that just love to tell you what you want to hear, or people who are always saying the positive things. But surround yourself by truth tellers. Those truth tellers are the ones that are going to pull you along the way when it gets really tough in that transition. They believe in your end state and they can actually see you there. So surrounding yourself by those kind of people helps move you along the way. And number 3, our last point, is learn how to give yourself a little freedom, a little grace. Learn how to forgive yourself. If you're like me, I hold myself to a really high standard. And I admit, sometimes that standard may be a little unrealistic, but I have high expectations that I put on myself. And when things happen, as life, it does happen along the way, you may not live up to those expectations. Learning how to forgive yourself, giving yourself a little grace, allows yourself to learn whatever it is you were supposed to learn from it and just move on. Well, those are my 3 points. Looks like we're out of time. Our break is over. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Leave me a comment. But until next time, stay inspired.